guys, it's Sarah and I have another Disney layout for you here. This one is actually going to be a double page spread, and I do not do double page layouts very often. It is something very rare for me, but I'm going to do it here because I do have 4 pictures of the Tree of Life and I really want to make sure that I get them all scrapped, so I thought a double page would be nice, and I did find some papers that I thought would go really well together. And right now I'm cutting down my main background here, so I'm going to use that brown cardstock as my base, and then I have these 2 papers here which are the same pattern. These are from, I believe, Prima. Yeah, those are from Prima from 2008, y'all. 2008. Those are as old as my oldest daughter. So it was kind of nice to get those used up, and that's how long I've had them. So that was nice. And I'm just lining everything up to make sure that it's going to match up across the board there. So I'm going to just work on one side at a time. But I am going to have everything kind of coming out from the middle, so that way when they're in the album together, you can tell that they're supposed to go together. So I have, like I said, 4 pictures, and this is going to be my first one here. This will be mostly my title page. And I went into my brown scraps folder. I couldn't come up with the words. And I pulled some scrap papers. So I have kind of that wood grain along the bottom strip, and then I have the craft polka dot there. I'm going to use these Amy Tangerine letter stickers here, and they have like a stitch outline on them, and I have 2 packages of these, so I need to start using them, and I thought this would be a good layout to incorporate these. So I spelled out Tree of Life, and I'm going to have my title kind of right there. I also have 2 die cuts of trees, and I've had those for a very long time. Someone gave them to me a while ago, probably at least 3 or 4 years ago, and I've never used them. And then when I was kind of going through some of my stuff, I found them and thought, hey, we have Tree of Life, and it's kind of a similar shape to it, so I figured it would be perfect to go ahead and use on here. And I have this larger one that I'll use on this one, and then I have a smaller one I'll use on my second side as well. I am going to go ahead and ink the outline of this tree, and that is the color Walnut Ink, or Walnut Stain, I think. Walnut something. I don't know if it's ink or stain. I think it's stain. But I'm going to go ahead and outline it in that, and then I will kind of use it as a layering piece behind my pictures here, and then I will lay my title around that as well. So the picture on the left there, the vertical picture, is a picture of the tree, and then in front of it are my 2 daughters, Kaylin and Layla. They're on the right side, and then their cousin Toby is on the left side, and it's just them looking at the tree. And I thought that was just such a cute picture, just a cute little angle to get, and they were fascinated by it. Especially Kaylin. She was like, whoa, because this tree, in the second picture, the horizontal picture there, is a close-up, and it's carved with animals. There are just animals all over this tree, and they're all intertwined, and you have to really look and see all the details of it, and they look like animals in their heads or faces, sometimes their whole bodies if it's like a bird or something, and it's really, really, really cool. It's one of my favorite things at Disney World, period. I could look at that tree all day and see something new every time I look at it, and I absolutely love it. So it was really cool to show that to the girls, and so I took quite a few pictures of it. All right, so I have this 6x6 paper pad from Amy Tangerine from her Ready, Set, Go line, and I just picked out a floral. It's not really floral, it's more leaves, like leaves and branches and stuff, and I'm going to use that for a little bit of accent here, just to add a little bit more color to it, so it's not just green and brown. And then I have these Studio Calico wood grain butterfly rub-ons that I have had for years. I've had these for so long, and I'm going to use all of these up across the layout, and I'm really happy about that. So I'm just going to kind of use a few on this side and spread them around a little bit. They are really pretty, and when you look up close, they are wood grain patterns, so that's really cool. So they almost look like, a tree. So I am going to just rub these kind of all over the place. I'm going to try to use up all the different sizes as well. So I have small, medium, and large. And I'm gonna add one right there. And then I also have some cork stars. I don't have a manufacturer for these foot, so I don't know where I got them from, but I'm gonna go ahead and use up some of these as well. And it adds another little texture to it that I really like. And it goes along with the tones of the layout. And then I am also going to add this little chipboard piece here that says the best ever. That's from a Maggie Holmes chipboard sheet that I'm trying to use up. I only have like 2 or 3 more pieces on it, so I'm really trying to use them up as I can. And I thought that was just really cute, and it is, you know, one of my favorite things there, so I thought that was a good little addition there. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the next side, and I have one of the same patterns in the Craft Polka Dot, and then I will bring that that leaf pattern back in again as well from the 6x6 paper pad. But everything else is different, same kind of tones, but just a little bit different. So I'm going to add this large piece here, and that will be my main layering piece. And Layla is joining me for a little bit for this one. She does end up hitting my camera a little bit, so I'm sorry if the camera starts moving a little bit. It's not too bad, but she just doesn't realize she's hitting my tripod as she's standing there. So I do have a couple little scraps there along with a smaller tree that is the same shape, just smaller. So I'm gonna use that over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of my layers down. And then I have 2 more pictures of the tree. They are both vertical, and they're just close-ups of the tree and just from different angles of the tree, like on the back side versus, you know, the ones on the other side were from the front, and then these were from the back. And we did the ride that's inside the tree, which is Bug's Life. It's like it's not really a ride, but it's like a show almost, and so that's inside the tree. You actually go inside the tree for the show, and then when you come out of it, you're on the back side of the tree. So I turned around and took some pictures as we were walking out. So I inked up the edge of that tree as well, and then I'm going to add a couple of these little strips here. Layla wants to help me. I'm going to let her help me cut some. She likes to help, so she's cutting for me. And sorry, she's hitting my camera there. Got one, and then I'm going to have her cut one more for me. Then I'll add that onto the bottom so it looks like one big layer there. And I am trying to think about my journaling now and what I want to do for that. And then I decided I'm going to use these stickers again, and I'm going to spell out my fave and put that right here because it is my favorite. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some more butterflies here. I'm trying to be careful not to let them stick down anywhere. It got a little tricky, so I was like, no, I'm just going to cut them. It's just easier that way. I just didn't want them to stick to anything else and start coming off. And then I will do the last 2 here. And that uses up all of those rub-ons, and I'm so happy. I've had those for so long, and I went ahead and used all of them up here. And I'm going to do a little dance. Yay! Layla danced with me. And then I'm going to flip through this paper pad again, and I'm going to pull out a little journaling spot, and it has some flowers on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this out and use this for my journaling piece. And I will ink the edges of that as well, and I'm going to add it right there to the side of the picture. And every time I took those little ink pads off, I kept getting ink on my fingers, so I wipe them off so I don't get them everywhere. I don't get ink everywhere. Okay, so now I'm doing my journaling about how much I love the Tree of Life. I just think it's so creative and so unique, and I really loved showing it to the girls. I think I'm talking to Layla as well. All right, so I got my journaling done, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down here. And then I'm going to use some more of these cork stars. And I think that that is going to complete it. I don't believe I add anything else. I'm just trying to figure out the best places to put these stars. And that is going to be it. So I'm going to bring the other side over real quick and show you what it looks like all together. And I really like the way that that turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will try to answer them. And let me know if you guys ever do double page spreads or if you stick to just single page. I tend to stick to single page, but you know, for this one I had 4 4x6 photos, so obviously that wasn't going to work on a single page, but I really like the way it turned out. So I hope you guys did too, and I will be back again real soon with some more layouts for you. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.